now. Awesome. So hi guys, happy Sunday. I hope you're having an amazing day. We do these every single Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And sometimes it's me, sometimes I have another leader on as a guest. It's always going to be a diamond and above, unless it's from my team and they're just straight killing it. Maybe someone promoted to Ruby or Emerald. Anybody that's getting in the trenches and promoting and working and enrolling and just killing it, right? So you'll always be able to hop on these if you're on my team. I know some people are popping in from Kenzie and Crystal's team, but if you're on my team, my name is Kim Kane. I'm a triple diamond with the company, and I do these every single Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. So you can always count on them. Make sure as you're enrolling your newbies, you're having them hop on also and getting plugged in. So these team Zooms are super awesome because not only do you get to connect with the team kind of in person. I love getting on here and seeing your guys' faces, especially when your video's off. It actually feels like we're hanging out, but if you're naked or something, like, don't turn your video on. But I love seeing your guys' faces and connecting, and we kind of treat these as like a mini training. So every single Sunday, we just hang out and we give each other tips and we fill each other up and we show you what's work. I never have people on here that aren't doing the damn thing. Like if you hear somebody on here talking, it's because they're enrolling, they're boosting volume, they're ranking up, they're getting those bonuses, they're killing it. So anybody that you ever see on these is doing the damn thing, and that's exciting. So those are people that you want to learn from. So I was talking to my best friend, Kenzie. She's a double diamond, and she was telling me how Crystal's like killing it with host post, and I'm like, of course Crystal is. When she puts her mind to something, she just does it, and she goes ham, and she's crazy. So I know that Crystal, I'll let her introduce herself and stuff in just a second, but she is a sideline sister of mine, so she's not even on my team, but I work kind of closely with her because she's still under our ambassador diamond, Jen Boyd, so and Courtney King. So it's cool because I get to learn, even though like we aren't on the same team, I learn from her all the time. She learns from me, and vice versa, back and forth. So you want to be copying the right cat, and so that's what we do here. So I'm just going to let Crystal take over. She's been killing it with host to post. And for those of you that don't know what that is, you're about to learn. But the point is being consistent every single day with your business. And last month, Crystal had a new Emerald, right, and a new Ruby pop on her team. So, I mean, that's a big deal. An Emerald and a Ruby is a big deal. And, I mean, they went hardcore all month long. So I'll unmute you, Crystal. And if you could just tell us your name, rank, how long you've been in. I'll start there.
All right, I am Crystal Carrothers. I've been in probably 4.5 years now. I am a diamond, soon to be double diamond, going for this month.
Yes, girl.
Yeah.
Okay, and I know your story, but everybody on here does. So tell us a little bit about you. So I love your story because I know the whole thing, but like 4.5 years ago, why'd you get started? What has it done for you, and where are you at now? So just kind of tell us like what you did prior to it works and where you're at now.
Okay. I got my bachelor's and master's degree in accounting. So I've done a lot of different accounting jobs, basically working in a cubicle ever since I started working. And I was a customer first with Kenzie and loved the products. I was a customer for 8 months, and I didn't want anything to do with the business. I ended up going to a One Team One Mission event that we had in the Lansing area, just for a free wrap, and I learned a lot more about the company and stuff, and I decided just to join just because I wanted to earn the shopping spree and get some cheaper wraps. And about 2 years later, well, first I had all the excuses in the book: no time, no friends, just every excuse that everybody ever gives. And then I learned that it doesn't take up as much time. You can network, which is what I'm doing usually with Host to Post. So fast forward to 2 years later, I had my second baby, who was a girl, and I was on maternity leave, and I was very, very close to hitting diamond, which would replace my full-time income and get that $10,000 bonus as well, which is super helpful. So I worked really, really hard while I was on maternity leave, and I got that diamond. I ended up going back to work just because I have so much debt, you guys. I have so much credit card debt, student loan debt, obviously. I got a big house because of it works and the extra income. And I just had so much debt. So I thought, I'll try to go back to work and then just use all this extra income to pay off my debt faster. And I took my daughter to a new daycare, and within the first couple of days, she came home with her whole face was blistered. from the sun. And then a couple days later, she woke up, and I thought there was a bruise on her head. Apparently it wasn't, but I asked the daycare lady, I was texting her while I was at work, and I asked her how she got that bruise on her head, because it wasn't from when I was with her. And she said, no, she was in her car seat all day. So she doesn't know how it happened. I'm like, what? So at that moment, I was crying at work, and thankfully I had the choice to decide if I wanted to take her to a new daycare. And at that point, I didn't trust anybody else, or if I wanted to quit my job, which is just crazy that I had that choice, because I've always been the breadwinner in the relationship. I always paid the majority of the bills. So for me to be able to quit my job and be home with her, like, that was just amazing. And that was like a week after I went back to work. So I'm just very thankful for It Works for allowing me to have that choice. And now I just look forward to bringing my husband home and paying off all of our debt and just being financially free and having the freedom of time.
Yeah. So that's the part of Crystal's story that I'm like, I would have killed a bitch. Like, I would have killed somebody. And I know Kaylee picked up your kid, right? Kaylee picked her up. And what?
She was about to. She was going to.
About
I'll go get her. I'm just going to go. I was like at work, not just crying, not knowing what to do. She's like, I'm going to go get her. I'm going to go get her.
Yep.
If I got there, I would have killed her. So
I would have straight murdered somebody. So yep.
Yep.
No, but the point of that is that it's a blessing, though, that you were able to say, okay, well, what do? I have to keep putting her in daycare, so I'll just find a new daycare. Instead, Crystal was allowed to be like, never mind. You know what? That's God's sign saying, listen, I mean, it sucks that it had to be through your daughter, but that was God saying, you have a choice. Like, you have a choice. You just went diamond and you received a $10,000 bonus, right? 10,000 you said. Mm-hmm. And now you're making on average $2,000 in commissions. So go home. Work this even harder, take your kid home, be the full-time mom you've always wanted to be, and just do it. And so she was able to have options. So many of us don't have those options. And Crystal I've known her for, the whole time she's been in this business, so 4.5 years. And Crystal used to not even like to call the pizza guy to order pizza. And now she's like, and that's not a joke, like, I'm not even being funny. And now Crystal is just, I mean, she just is so consistent, and she enrolls a lot. So even though, she's a busy mom of two. She just said that. She's a busy mom of two kids, one of them being, isn't your daughter just like a year?
She's going to be 2 in January. I can't believe I'm home for 2 years doing this. It's crazy.
I feel like you just had her. So that's nuts. So she's a busy mom of 2 kids, and one of them is under 2. And so it's not like both of them are in school full time. I mean, she's got one at home just like me all the time. And she still kills it. I mean, she does taxes on the side for people, I believe. And like, she just has, she stays busy because multiple streams of income is cool. Right. So I just love that. So now, can you just fill us in? I know that you're obviously, you enroll consistently every month. You're awesome. You're consistent, blah, 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 all the good things. But Crystal specifically went ham on Host to Post last month. So she's just going to fill us in on specifically what Host to Post is, how she was doing it, and she's going to tell you exactly what she was doing. And if you're on my team, you know what Host to Post is, unless you're brand new. But Crystal really, I mean, she got over 4,000 in volume last month, new volume, just last month. With Host to Post pretty much. And she, like I said, had someone promote to Emerald and Ruby. So obviously Host to Post works if you're doing it daily and you're doing it the right ways. So, and I'll share her entire script in my team page as soon as the Zoom is over. But Crystal, I'm just going to mute myself and let you tell us all your Host to Post stuff.
All right. Okay. So like she said, the number one thing is consistency. I used to do Host to Post like a little bit. And I got like maybe 4 customers a month. And then the past 3 months, I've been doing it so super consistently on schedule. And I've enrolled between 15 to 25 each month. And it's just from the last 3 months, just because I've been doing it more consistently. So that is super important, you guys. You might have tried Host to Post before and thought that it didn't work out, but most likely it's because you weren't doing it consistently.
Sorry, pause. I forgot to say this. Sorry. You guys grab a pen and paper. This isn't going to be something where you're like, oh, I'm just going to listen. No. Yep. Kaylee's like, I got it. Grab a pen and paper and write the things down. And yes, I'll post the thing in our team page, but write these things down so that it's like right here and you can start applying it like tomorrow morning. Okay. So go. Sorry.
Yes. And please do not try to write down the scripts because I'm not going to slow down for you. It's all going to be posted. Okay. So consistency. I'm going to kind of go over why host a post is kind of important. Basically what host a post is first is just asking somebody to make a post for you on their timeline about like your product. So I think that host a post is important because it's a great way to grow your network. You're talking to brand new people you never knew every single day that are already interested in the products. Like, what? That's crazy. And it actually works as long as you do it consistently and you do it enough. Okay. So I also think it's a great way, especially for new distributors, to not hear no. Because a lot of times when you're just, reaching out to your friends and family or, people on your Facebook, just asking them to like be, a product tester or whatever, you get a lot more no's. But when you're just asking them to do a favor to post for you, to help you out and post for you on the timeline, you usually get more yeses. So I think it's great, especially as a new distributor, to hear those yeses and get results quicker and not get discouraged by the no's. And like I said, a great way to grow your network. Kim, I know she's huge on growing your network through Facebook. I think this is a great way because you're adding people. Every person that comments on the post, you're going to be adding them. So you're adding people that are going to be watching your stuff. Most people are not going to sign up the very first time you talk to them. So that's why it's super important to also be posting. For a host to post to work, you need to also be posting as well. And it's an income producing activity, which I know Kim is huge on too. So as far as doing it, getting down to the nitty gritty. So the very first thing that you want to do is you want to change your settings in your Facebook so that you have to review when people tag you in a post. Okay. So you're going to go to settings and privacy, and then you're going to click settings, and then timeline and tagging. And then under the review section, there's two different things. Turn both of those on, okay? That's going to make it so that when people tag you in a post, you have to review it before it gets put on your timeline, okay? And then when they do...
Hold on, wait, pause. Kelsey Thornton is now a presidential diamond, and I was like, hey, Kelsey, do you know that you can see everybody that's host posting for you on your wall, and that is not cute? And she was like, how do I change that? So Crystal's point is that you don't want people, and Kelsey Thornton is a presidential diamond. And so I'm like, girl, just so you know, like I can see like your whole timeline is filled with other people's posting for you. And you don't want to see that. Like when someone comes to my wall, I don't want them to see that everyone's posting that for me. So anyway, that's what Crystal means. And I thought that was funny. Anyway, go ahead.
Yes. So that is one of the reasons why you want to do that. And then for two, so when they do tag you, you have two options. You can hide it or you can add it to your timeline. Don't do either. Leave it alone, because if you leave it there, that's going to be like when you go to your profile and you click on the three dots over on the right, there's a button that says timeline review. So all of these posts that you're getting tagged in, they're all going to stay on that page. So all the host of posts that are happening are all going to be in one easy area for you to go back to and, reply to people or comment later to bump it up back in their news feed or follow up or put a special down there or something. It's going to be so much easier for you to keep track of all of it. So when they do that, do not click hide, do not click add to timeline, okay? So that's the very first thing that you want to do before you start sending out host to post. And then, so number two, figure out who you are going to be messaging to host a post, okay? So you want to get some sort of system, pick one sort of system so that way you know exactly what you're going to do the very first thing. My thing, which has got me to do this so much more consistently, is I try to wake up about a half an hour, maybe an hour before my kids get up to get them ready for school or whatever. Well, my son. And I go through my Facebook friends list and I message the people. So I printed out my Facebook friends list. And I can send like a little picture on how to do that to Kenzie, or I mean to Kim, sorry.
We're the same people, it's fine.
Right. And my goal was just to print it all off and then go through 2 pages every morning. I would try with 1 page first, and if it gets, if it's suitable, try 2. Because if you do too many, you're gonna get too overwhelmed. So I would just go through and send this message to my Facebook friends list. There's another way you can do it. So my goal was just 1 page a day. So I knew exactly what to do the very first thing when I woke up. Very first thing. And then you can also go to your active. So if you go to Messenger and you click active, you can message the people that are active right then and just say, okay, I'm going to message 20 of these people or 50 of these people, whatever your number is. Or there's another option where you can go to Messenger and then I think it's click, hold on. Messenger and then people and then all people, and it has like the alphabet on the side, and you can click A and you can just go through all the A's that day. Click B, go through all the B's the next day. So have some sort of system. Sorry, I can't look at comments. I might be able to later, but I get way too distracted.
I told him, I said at the very end she might answer questions. Yep, you're good.
So pick some sort of system so you know exactly what you're going to do for that day. And I love doing it in the morning because it gets the messages out. And then during the day when I'm busy with my daughter and I'm doing lunch and doing all those things, I can just respond when I can to those people. I can message the people who comment and respond back and forth. Okay, so I like to do that very first thing so I know what I'm doing throughout the day. So find a time. That's crucial. Find a time and find a system of who to talk to every single day and how many you plan to talk to. Obviously, some days you'll miss a day or two, and that's fine. Just keep it going. Okay, so as far as the messages go, let me look at my message with Kim. Since I'm on my phone, I'll have to look at the script that I sent you. Okay, so what I send is, hey girl, I know this is super random, but would you do me a favor? With a question mark. I've changed it. Okay, I've changed up my scripts a lot because I watch a lot of different host to post videos. That's another tip. Watch a lot of different host to post videos of people doing this. I've changed it all the time. And I've changed my scripts up a lot, but it still works as long as you're doing it consistent. Okay, so after they say yes, how would you feel about me giving you a copy and paste post to put on your wall and tag me for referrals? I'm pushing for a huge promotion in my business right now, and it would mean the world to me, with a little kissy face. I'll even enter you into a drawing for free product. Would you do that for me? Now, free product could be like a green sample or something like that. Or you don't even, if you don't have anything, then you don't have to say anything. Most people are probably going to still say yes as long as you're asking them for a favor. And if you're not going for a huge promotion, just say a huge goal, something like that. And then, so for the post, I used to do cleanse posts. Ever since I started doing keto coffee posts, I'm getting way more interaction and more sealing the deal and way more volume, because most people go to 2 bags of coffee, which is 60 in volume, and then I throw in the chocolate greens to mix with it. So I've been getting way more volume, way more customers with the keto coffee. So when they say yes, I send them the post. Hey friends, my friend Crystal is looking for product testers for a brand new weight loss coffee newly released. Who do I know who drinks coffee already and would love to get skinny by doing so? Drop an emoji below. And then with that, you can just find a cute Pinterest picture of coffee. I have like about 9 different ones saved on my phone, so I just send a different one each time, usually just between those 9. Recently, I've been putting my own results in, so if you do have your own results with the coffee, then I would suggest giving that in there, like this is her results. I started doing that and it is helping, but if not, this is what I was doing before I was doing the results picture. So just a cute little picture of coffee. And then I say, thanks so much. Just tag me tag me and let me know when it's posted, please. Not in the comments. I don't know why I almost said that. And then, okay, so now when people post, okay, you're gonna get a notification that they tagged you. Don't do anything with it. And then first thing you're gonna do when people, well, what I do when I see they posted, I like it, and then I drop an emoji. So I drop like a coffee emoji, or like I do a cute coffee gif or something, just to like kind of bump it up and get more people looking at it. And then when people comment, first thing you want to do is add them as a friend. So I click on their name, I add them as a friend. Not everybody's going to add you back, but a lot will, and those people are going to be people who are going to be commenting on your post that you are posting. So add them as a friend, and then I send them this message. Hey, I insert their name. Thank you for wanting to help me out. This is an instant coffee. All you need is water, and it comes with grass-fed butter and MCT oil to increase your body's ketone production. It will rapidly break down fat to fuel the brain and body while boosting energy, sharpening mental focus, enhancing your mood, and satisfying hunger. Plus, it comes in a single serving packet, so you can get your instant energy and focus on the go. It's the bomb with the hands up. How much overall weight are you looking to lose? Now, this is like a newer script that I got from a different video that I watched, and it seems kind of long, but it's working. I think it's working a little bit more than what I had before, so I'm still using it.
And then, sorry, pause, because I don't want my team to be like, that is long. It's not long. When you see this in a message, because people are gonna wonder, like, I mean, when you have people commenting an emoji, they're like, no, but really, how does it work and why? They're gonna want that. Like, they want that. So yeah, that's a really good. I'm reading it as you're going. Yeah, that's really, really good, and it's not that long in a message. So that's awesome.
Yeah, and my other one, I don't think really explained the coffee as much. And then people were asking, well, how does it work or whatever. So I think it's working pretty well. So I end with how much overall weight are you looking to lose? And then pretty much whatever they say. I'm just like, okay, well, this will definitely help. And then check out the results above. So just save a couple results pictures. I have one with just keto coffee. I have a couple with keto coffee and greens because I like to throw that in there. Just so send him a couple pictures first, results pictures, and then send this. Okay, well, this will definitely help. Check out the results above. Since this product is new, I need 90-day reviews for our business profile with a written testimony or before and after picture, whatever you feel most comfortable with. You will drink the coffee 3 to 4 times a week or every day like me, and I will give you my wholesale discount. Is that something you can do? And then when they say, yeah, sure, usually they're like, how much, Say, okay, great. So for a bag of 15 packets of this fat burning coffee, it is either $65 retail or $39 as my 90-day product model and my discount with our customer program. If you're interested in the chocolate greens detox, which was in the pictures above if they looked at it, many mix with it for better health, weight loss, and energy results, plus your daily servings of fruits and veggies. That is $55 retail or $33 with a discount 30-day supply. Have you heard of our awesome customer program? So basically, I've always, with every product I do, retail, loyal customer price, have you heard of our customer program? And then when most people say no, and then I say, oh my gosh, it's amazing. The customer program gets you 40% off all products for life, plus free product credit along the way. You can either, 1, pay a $50 membership fee, or 2, what most people do is waive that fee by making just 1 purchase a month for 3 consecutive months. And then in parentheses, we have about 60 amazing naturally based products for health, weight loss, skin, tightening and toning, working out, stress, anxiety, pain, essential oils, etc. And you can change what you want each month with a smiley face. Which option sounds better to you? I've kind of always used that script with most because I want to make sure that they know that there's a $50 fee and there is the 3-month option. So I like to just make sure everything is included, just so it doesn't bite me in the butt. So then when usually they say option 2, and then I say smart choice with a little wink. Would you like 2 bags of the coffee for a full 30-day supply to use it every day for best results? And do you want to add the greens? A lot of times they will do a 30-day supply of both, and that's 90 in volume, which is crazy. So don't ever be afraid to upsell, and I know Kim's big on that as well. So then when they do figure out what they want to get, I always try to get their information to place their order. So I say, okay, what's your number? And I'll text you the info I need to place your order so it's not on Facebook. So they give me their number. I text them, hey, so-and-so, it's Crystal. And then I send them a picture of the customer order form with the things highlighted that I need, the information that I need. And I say, can you just send me this info real quick that's highlighted on this form? And I'll place your order now. And then if they don't want to give me their information, then I ask them their phone number and I'll send them my direct website. Since we can't send it through Facebook, I like to send them my direct website because I don't want them to type it in wrong or whatever if I send it through Facebook. So I get their number and I just say, no problem, I totally understand. What's your number? And I'll text you my direct website link and walk you through it, because you don't really want to give your website out until they're ready to order. And you want to say walk them through it. Otherwise, they might forget, or, it's not their number one priority. So that's pretty much it as far as the scripts go. But I do have a couple little side bit tips. One thing I love to do, I don't know if you guys know this, but when you are looking at posts on Facebook, if you click on the 3 dots on the right, you can save posts. So you can save different posts to different collections. You can make different collections. I have like product posts, business posts, all that kind of stuff, save posts I can use later. Well, I have one just for host a post, and anybody that gets like a ton of comments on, I will save that in my host a post collection, because those are really good host a posts to go back and put a comment in to bump up, because they have a good following. So they're more likely to get even more comments. They're also somebody that I can offer to become a distributor. That's another great way to get distributors, is doing host to post, because you can offer that. Most people's fear of joining this business is because they're afraid that they're not going to be successful, that they don't know people that are going to want the products. So when you're offering the business to somebody who already has so many comments on, the post about the product, they don't really have that fear as much as other people would. So they're a very good person to offer the business to, especially if you get customers off that post. You can ask them if they want to join, and they can make commissions off those customers instead. So I like to save the successful host post to go back later. Consistency. You can also post a status for host a post. So like the first 30 people to drop an emoji can win a free sample of greens, or a free sample of keto coffee, or something like that. That gets a ton of comments of people who you're already friends with that will most likely, host a post for you. So that's another way. And then just make sure that when you are talking to people, you always try to get a follow-up date from them. Because like I said, most people aren't going to order right when you talk to them. The great thing about host a post, though, is you're talking to so many people that are already interested. So you will get a lot of people that do order right away, but most don't. So make sure that you are trying to get a follow-up date from them. When they say, oh, I would love to, but I don't have money right now, say, that's no problem. When do you think you can order? And I will reserve your spot on my calendar. That helps a ton. And what I do to keep track of everybody is everybody that responds to me that I send a message, the host a post message to about the coffee, everybody that responds to me, I write them down on the day that I talk to them. And then if we got close to where, like, I told them the customer program and they were good and they wanted to do that, but they never ended up ordering, I put a little star next to them, because they're more of a hot potential, because they already know the customer program, they already know the prices and stuff. So I put a star. So those are the people who, I really go back and follow up with even more, but I try to go back and follow up with people as much as I can. So following up is also key. Posting. You're not going to be very successful with host posts if you're not also posting on your timeline, and just being consistent. Really, it's just consistency and talking to a lot of people, because that's what the business is all about. It's a numbers game, really. The more you talk to, the more customers you're going to get, and distributors.
No joke. And for some reason, my Zoom is kicking us off in 6 minutes and 30 seconds. So like literally I paid for the $15 unlimited for over a year now. And now it's, I don't know why it's doing this. So I need to call the customer service number. I just haven't done it. Okay. So I did want to say, someone just asked, how are you? So I'm going to kind of answer this, if you don't mind, real quick, because this is my girl. Well, and I'll let you too, but how are you following up with the commenters and likers. This is why the commenters and likers, you're literally loving the comments, you're going and you're messaging them. And so I want you guys to understand that what Crystal, and then you have, ADD, and then you have that review on your timeline, like she said, so you can always go and look at your hostel posts, like who commented but never ordered. That's one of my favorite things to do. But yes, you can use a reminder on Facebook Messenger. They say they don't have money, but she said, yeah, so that's when, I'll be real, I kind of wanted to add this real quick. Crystal writes it down, okay? Kim Kane is so freaking all over the place that when someone says, you know what, I am interested, but like I can't do it till Friday, I'm like, girl, I'll hold your spot if you're serious. And they're like, yeah, I'm serious. Okay, cool, I'll hold your spot for Friday. Right at that moment, I could be making mac and cheese or taking Lucy potty or wiping her butt. I will take out my phone because I will forget, and I'll go to my calendar and I'll click on Friday and I'll put LC so-and-so. And I'm going to follow up with her on Friday. I do it from my phone most of the time because that's what I have on me right now. And I will forget to write down their name. Even if I say, I'll go back to Messenger and look. No, I won't. So I put it down in my phone right in that moment. So if someone says, I'd love to, but I can't until Friday, I say, if you're serious, I'll hold your spot. And then I put them in my phone. That's me. But, and then I know she's got a really great, like, now that they've ordered, she sends a great message, but I'm just going to put that in the group since we have 4 minutes and 43 seconds. Yes, you're welcome. But I will let you answer this question. Not let you, I'm sorry. I wanted to answer that real quick because I do it a little different than you, and that's okay. You can either write it down like Crystal and put a star next to the ones that were like almost there and they're even hotter, or you can be like me and pull out your iPhone or your Android and go to calendar and just write their name down, LC so-and-so, and that means they want to order on Friday. Someone did ask, so your Destiny said, so you're also messaging people who are not active?
Yes. For me, my method of doing it was just going through my Facebook list. So I don't know who the heck is active.
That's
but
true.
But that's just another method that you can do, is go to your active list, and you'll get more faster. So you might not want to send it to as many people because you're going to get a lot more responses, and it can get too crazy if you do too many.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, as far as follow-ups, yeah, I'll write them on my calendar, but I also started making reminders on my phone. So I'll put coffee with a little green heart or like a coffee emoji, and I'll put the reminder in the Facebook Messenger so it reminds both of us, and I'll ask them when is a good time, so that way I can put the time there, and that reminds both of us, and that works really well.
That's awesome. And yes, like I think Destiny might have heard that you message people from your printed out friends list, and then also you can do active. I think she heard like something. Yeah. So anyway, I message people that aren't active all the time. I like to also, like, you can scroll through your newsfeed and be like, you know what, I haven't asked her yet, I'm gonna do her. Like, there's so many ways you can message people, and as long as you're being intentional with it. And so I want y'all to know, Host Post can get cray-cray. House Post can get like, oh my God. And that's a good thing. You're like, oh my God, I can't keep up with messages. That's a good thing. That's why Crystal says she wakes up in the morning, she sets aside the time, she asks people, boom, her asking's out of the way. Her asking's done. She's asked people from her friends list, that's done. Now it's just following up with the people who are commenting and liking, and she's like, okay, cool, I'll message you. And then it's messaging those people. So if you have, I'm not going to get into it, but if you have text replacement, and everyone does, yes, I know. I wish we have 2 minutes and 25 seconds. But if you have text replacement, that's when I'm like, all right, that girl just commented. Boom. I can text replace message them, and it done. And so you've got these scripts saved to your phone, so you don't have to copy and paste and go crazy and want to pull your hair out. Host to Post is fun when you get text replacement and you've got it down and you know what you're doing. And it's really, really, really awesome when you can take advantage of like the tips that Crystal just gave you. So how do you print out your friends list? Someone asked.
I'll have to send you the picture of the directions.
Okay.
I don't know how current it is. It's probably old. I don't know. Facebook's updated, but I'll send that to you to put in the comments for your.
That's okay. Yes, I'd love that. I'd love that picture. So hold on, I'm just reading this last since we have 1:30. Yeah, if you start asking people in the morning, Android does have text replacement, by the way. We figured it out. Paige, my girl Paige, maybe she can help you out. But yeah, Paige, I think, figured it out. So if you're getting these messages out early in the morning, you're going to be so much more likely. I mean, this has been my average. God is good. Like every single time I do host to post, which is a couple times a week, you know, at least, I sign like 4 customers every single time. A day, every single time. That's why I'm like, Kim, do it every day. Like, come on now, do it every day. Yes, Paige says, but we do have it. All right. So are you adding your new friends to your printed off? So we'll talk about that in a minute, Chelsea. We have less than a minute. So do you have any last minute tips, Crystal? I'm sorry. I don't know why it's cutting us off. I don't know.
It's okay. Yeah. When you are sending out the messages, don't just send that message out to everybody first. Get that out before, because you're going to get people saying sure, and then you're going to want to go back and do that. Get it all out first. Otherwise, you're going to get too caught up in different messages. You're going to run out of time, and you're not going to send it to as many people as you want it to. So send out that, hey, can you do me a quick favor, to everybody first before you respond to anybody.
I'm so sad that we have less than a minute. I'm so sad. Like you're it was so good. I don't have enough. I'm going to get cut off. You're amazing, Crystal. And we thank you so much for being on. Everybody say thank you, Crystal, silently, or you can turn your mic off. Thank you, Crystal. Go double this month. And we love you. Thank you so much for your tips. I'm going to post it in my group. If you guys have questions, tell me and I'll pass it on to Crystal. Bye.